Hey, Shalom. First off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honor to the apostles of great millstone who are storming his truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach his truth and rest life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord willing, the video is edifying. Lord willing, you Akim get something from this video. We're going to go through Sirach 30, or Ecclesiasticus 30. Okay, on down, and we go through Sirach, books like Sirach and books like Proverbs are two books, right, that'll help you during your walk in this truth, man. It'll help you gain wisdom. It'll elevate you as far as your walk, man. Okay, and anything you have to do to benefit, right, to benefit in this truth, to benefit to stay in this word, to stay in this truth is good. Okay, so we're gonna read through Sirach 30 because it got some great points. I got a couple different things highlighted. We're gonna skim down and we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna explain some things. Lord willing, it's edifying. Lord willing, it helped not just you but me as well. This is Sirach 30. Okay, it says, "He that loveth his son causeth him oft to fill the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end." Okay, that's beautiful, right? It says, "He that loveth his son causeth him oft to fill the rod," right? If you cause your son often to fill the rod, meaning that you're chastising them because you love him, because you don't want him to end up hurt, to end up dead, to end up, going off, right? Not to end up betraying, not to end up being the person that you don't want him to be, that he needs to be. Same thing with the Most High, with us, man. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Yep, right here. And read this. Is Hebrews 12. I'll start at 4. It says, ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son. Despise not the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. And I'm going to keep reading down because it explains further why it's important to that you receive chastisement. Because if you don't receive chastisement, right, or receive correction for your wrongdoings, then what are you going to continue to do? You're going to do wrong. Okay? You're going to do wrong, which will lead you to put you out of which will lead you out of this truth, out of this work, which ultimately will lead you to death, man. Okay, it says, ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son. Despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourges every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? So what son are you if the Father don't chasten you, right? And he can chasten you through rebuke, through brothers, right? He can chasten you through something that you receive spiritual throughout the day. Somebody could have said something and it might have been through the spirit, right? And you caught it, right? And it might have been something you was really doing that you was wrong and you just got rebuked, but that was ultimately the Lord, right? But if that's not, like, if you don't get rebuked, then what kind of son are you? Whose son are you? You're a bastard, okay? If you don't get corrected, it says, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Let me run that back. It says, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, so our fleshly fathers, right, which chastised us, which corrected us, right? It says, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? So yeah, you gave reverence to your fathers, right? But you're gonna be in subjection under the Father. Should you not be, the father of the fathers? the power of all powers, right? The King of all kings. You're gonna be you have to be subject unto it. Okay, it says 10. It says, for they verily for a few days chasteneth us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit. So who for our profit? Yahweh. But he for our profit. So what? So we're not destroyed in a day to come, man. But he for our own, for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. See, it says, now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So look, no chastening for a moment seems joyous, right? You know, that's why scriptures tell you that, what is it? How's it go? It says, judgment is not executed speedy, so therefore men are set in their ways to do evil. Okay? Men are set in their ways to do evil. But guess what? Another thing too, right? You receive chastening right now, so therefore you don't be punished with the world. Remember that as well. Okay? Remember that when you're going through whatever you're going through, as long as it's for, righteousness' sakes, whatever you're going through, remember, man, you receiving that, so therefore you don't receive that fire at the end, man. And, I believe that we're going to be glad that we went through the things that we went through, in that day, because it shows your work, man. It shows that you were diligent. It shows that you didn't waver, that you was down, that you stood 10 toes in his truth, man. Okay, it says, he that chasteneth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. That's beautiful. It says, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. It says, though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead. For he hath left one behind him that is like himself. So it says, though his father die, he has left one behind. So when you have a good father, right, and you being chastised, to be chastised, to be righteous, right, and he passes, it's like that he didn't pass, because what, basically he's in you, roughly saying that. Okay, this is 5. It says, while he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends, man. Okay? Now, isn't that beautiful? Right? Isn't that beautiful? You know what I think of, right? You think of the book of the Maccabees, man. Where, those brothers were tested. But not only that, when Mattathias, right, was, when I think Judas had died, right, and Mattathias had took over, or maybe it's the other way around, but it was like Judas didn't die because Mattathias was such a valiant man for the Lord, was such a man of a zeal for the Lord, man, and he had integrity that it was like he didn't even, he picked up where his dad left off, man. Same thing with the brothers, right, that died, right? They died for the law, they died for this truth, they died for the law, statutes, commandments. They died for Yahweh Shai, man. And what does it say in the top of 6? It says he left behind him an avenger against his enemies, because they tried to give them license. The heathen at the time that was ruling in Jerusalem, right? They try to give them license to sin, man. They try to get them license to sin, and what happened? It didn't work. It didn't work, man. It was like, okay, we rather die for the law than sin, than go against it. That's the beautiful part about the chastening. Okay, let me go down. This is 11. It says, give no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. Okay, yeah, give no liberty to a child in his youth, and wink not at the follies. Therefore, you will be brought up as strong, just like us in his word, us in his truth, right? We don't have, over much liberty. We don't do the things of this world. We're not connected to this world, right? Like that. We're not really, we in it, but we're not in it, if that makes sense. It It says 12. It says bow down his neck while he is young, right? Which is, keeping him humble, man. And beat him on his sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient, right? That's why the scriptures tell you that these women raise monsters, man. Especially, these Israelite women raise monsters. So why? Because the women raised them. The dad wasn't in the house, which is a curse. You can read that in Deuteronomy 28, it's a curse, man. So guess what? You have a lot of niggas out here that's emotional, niggas that can't take rebuke, niggas that can't see their wrongdoing, right? Niggas that didn't get discipline, and if they got discipline, it wasn't a discipline like the discipline that a dad would give you. It was a discipline that the mom would give you, okay? Which is not the same discipline, man. Okay, you don't even take it the same. When I got my ass beat by my dad, it was different from when I got my ass beat by my mom. It was way different, and my dad was, he explained to me why he did what he did, and that was that. And I kind of understood. I was okay, cool. And I took it on the chin, and it made me, it built integrity in me, man, because what I did was wrong. But when my mom did it, I didn't but I always questioned, like, why the fuck did she do that, man? And why she do it like that? It was out of a different place, It wasn't out of logic. It was out of emotions. Okay? Maybe some shit she was already mad at that I just got the tail end of, It says, and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. It's 14, it says, better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. You always hear celebrities say, look, I'll get this all up I'll give all my riches up to be healthy, because health is the real wealth, man. Health is the real wealth. 16, it says, there is no riches above a sound body, beautiful, and no joy above the joy of the heart. It says, 17, it says, death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. Okay, because continual sickness is what? Suffering. Okay, it's 19, it says, what good doeth the offering unto an idol? For neither can it eat nor smell. So is he that is persecuted of the Lord. That's beautiful. It says, what good doeth the offering unto an idol? Right? And we understand that our people, especially in Northern Tribe, are, that's all they do is offer to idols. It says, for neither can it eat nor smell. Right? Statues can't eat or smell. And guess what? They're built with man's hands. So is he that is persecuted of the Lord. This is 21. It says, check this out. It's 21. It says, give not over thy mind to heaviness. Right? I had made a video, talking about, you giving your mind to heaviness, and afflicting yourself. Don't do that, man. Scriptures tell you that a just man falls 7 times, but he get back up again. Remember that. Okay? Sometimes you gotta be your own motivator in this word. Through Yahweh shot. You gotta be your own motivator. You gotta be able to pick yourself back up, man. Like Frank Sinatra got a song called I think it's called Pick Yourself Up. Yeah, it's a good song. You know what I mean? It's a good song, and it's parallel to some of the things we go through sometimes. Okay, 23, it says, love thine own soul. Let me finish in 21. It says, and afflict not thyself in thine own counsel. 23, it says, love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee. Right, love your own soul, man, and comfort your heart. Remove sorrow from you. Remove certain shit from you, man. Anything that's going to hinder you on this walk, remove that shit from you, man. Right? Because it'll slow you down. Remember, we're here to do a job. This is our job. This is our purpose. This is what we're here for. We'll live, once Big Bro come back. Yahweh shot. Once Yahweh shot come back, then we'll live, man. Being joint heirs with him. Lord willing, I'm part of the elect. Lord willing, you sincere Akim is part of the elect as well. It says, for sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein. Okay? It says, 24 says, envy and wrath shorten the life. I got to highlight that. Envy and wrath shorten the life, and carefulness bringeth age before the time. It says, 25, it says, a cheerful and a good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. Right? Which is beautiful, too. That's why you have, you can read in Leviticus about the dietary laws. But it says, a cheerful and a good heart will have care of his meat and his diet. But you could also, not just meat and diet, but also think about it mentally too. Think about what you watch. Think about what you hear. Think about the music you listen to, right? All that shit is intake. Think about what you intaking in your body. Make sure it's positive and not negative. Make sure it ain't putting demons on you, man. You know? So with that, man, Lord willing, the video was edifying. Like I said, man, Sirach and Proverbs are two books I recommend as far as gaining wisdom in his word and helping brothers during their walk. Okay? So with that, Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakwadash, when you tell brothers keep pushing on to the next. Shalom.